When the Lamberts can't escape from their past, they seek for help to uncover a family secret from an old source. This is Insidious Chapter 2.
Coming home.
I'm gonna be at Grandma's house for a little bit.
If I belong, all will be
Nothing's gonna bother us. Not anymore. We have our son back.
when you're
We are a family again.
Still happening.
What is?
Tell us, what does she want?
I heard voices in the hallway. Is there something wrong with Daddy, Mom?
Whatever it was that was haunting my family, it's not done with us.
I know what happened. I went into that place to get our son back, and something evil followed me. Get out of my head!
There's someone standing in front of you. He's talking to you.
What's he saying?
He's got your baby. 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 He's got your baby.
He's got your baby.
Hi, welcome to the Budget Review. As always, I'm your host Kenny, and I'm joined by Julian and Steve. We just got back from watching Insidious Chapter 2, which is a sequel to the movie Insidious, which we all loved. So we were very excited to see this, and I'm going to start off with a simple question for both of you, starting with Steve, I guess. How does this compare to the original movie?
It sucked. Compared to the original, I figured in this one they focused too much on the plot. I mean, I loved Insidious. I mean, yeah, the plot was good. I mean, it was good enough to pass, which what I was okay with. But the scares would intrigue me, and I really enjoyed that. And the practical effects that we always discuss in our previous videos. And in this one, they focused too much on the plot, and they were trying to connect everything. I mean, it's cool and everything, but I don't
For me, I mean, I liked the plot. I mean, compared to the first one, I thought the first one was a little better. But I thought it was good. The scares, I loved it. I mean, from other critics, right? They thought that it wasn't even that good. I'm like, come on. I thought the scares were good. The plot was good. Yeah, what you said, like the plot was they focused too much on the plot.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, you both are bringing this up, and I have a question on this. It's like, how do you feel about the plot? Because I have my own opinions on it. I know that you two obviously have varying opinions. So, Julian, tell me about the plot.
I thought the plot was very well done, according to what they were, focusing from the first one, and then they kind of brought it over to the second. I thought that was very good. I thought it wasn't gonna be like that, but it was so good that I was just, damn, that was actually a great idea what they did there, right? And I very enjoyed much for it.
Going back to what you said about the scares, sorry, about the scares that in Insidious, the first one, when the one of the jump scares, I actually jumped, and that was one of the first times I jumped in a theater. I haven't jumped in a while. I'm very hard to scare. This one, I don't know. I don't think the scares were as powerful as the first. I don't know.
I mean, the
scares
scares
didn't feel it.
The scares, weren't as powerful as the first.
And someone grabbed onto me at one point, and no, it was not a girl, which could concern all of us.
Fire Tim Studio.
I don't know.
But the scares were actually pretty good.
I don't know, but
Not
I wouldn't say they were more than the first one.
I have to say that the plot, I feel like with this movie, the problem they had with the plot was they had like so many different ideas and elements they wanted to use, that they ended up just trying to weave them all together. It didn't always seem to come together as well as I would hope. Because there were certain parts that I did really like, and I liked that they would use that. Like, I liked them going back to the first movie and showing stuff. But it didn't seem to mesh really well with all the other parts. And you two kept mentioning the scares in this. So, one of the things is, they relied a lot on jump scares, and they used a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
So, do you think that that was really effective?
I mean, I kind of said it back when I was talking about the scares. This one, not really. I wasn't thrilled about it at all.
I mean, I didn't get jumped a lot, but
Yeah.
it was scary. You know, for certain people, it could be scary to them. And to me, yeah, not so much. But yeah, a little bit, not very much, not a whole lot.
There's also a scene in an abandoned hospital, which is one of my favorite scary movie scenes. I really enjoy
I thought it was brilliant.
that. And they use a jump scare there, and I did not see it coming. I did not know that they were going to have that jump scare there. When they go to the room, the
I mean,
ICU.
yeah, I didn't.
That
Really,
I didn't see coming.
I didn't really expect what's gonna happen.
I'm a man.
Hey, at least I didn't get jumped.
Because when I knew something was going to happen, because you don't go to a hospital like that and not have a ghost.
Yeah,
It's just that particular second.
A stroll.
Because there wasn't even any music leading up to it.
That's
and
what
they
he's good
always
at.
do
Yeah.
that.
And it's creepy music.
Yeah, because Insidious, this movie, I feel like they did a lot of that lead up with music and then have nothing happen. So for this, nothing happened.
That intro, that screeching noise was
It's,
same thing from the first, right?
it's kind of like he used all of his scares up for The Conjuring in a way.
Yeah, you could say that.
I don't know, just found The Conjuring much more scary.
The music,
creepier than this.
music was pretty good. I give you
Yeah.
that. Some scary, very much scary elements.
Especially how
into it.
loud they played in goddamn theaters. Jesus
It was
Christ.
loud as hell.
It's like,
You were like,
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn it.
Someone
Like a
died.
horse.
Well, there were a lot of horses in this movie, so
But it was really good. I mean, the hospital scene.
don't look at me, Tim.
Yeah, didn't know what's gonna.
Tim, you were fired. What are you doing here? Stop living on set.
Hey, thanks. You interrupted me, Tim.
Right.
As I was saying, the music there weren't as much music in the hospital, and I didn't expect a lot what was gonna happen, and I very much liked
I
that.
like that they didn't have music there because it was very real. I like that whenever they did the plot line where they had the ghost hunters come back, it was very real. You felt the characters. There were scenes where they did stuff that you would expect a normal person to do. Like they didn't just stay in a room like, oh, there's a ghost here. Let's stand here.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, I like that. It was really good.
Now, speaking of the ghost hunters, the end of this movie kind of leads to a sequel that stars them. Do you like that idea?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be different from. It's not gonna be from. It's gonna be away from the other family. I'm pretty much sure, but
That's what it seems like from the
Yeah,
end.
that's what it looked like.
but you know, I'm not gonna be. You know what? Honestly, I'm not gonna be as much excited for it. Even though I did like the first and second.
Actually, Dolph Malcolm's back.
Yeah, but I'll say this: it would be interesting to know what they're gonna do with this, what we saw, but I'm not very much interested as much.
Do you think they actually forget the family?
I don't think
believe.
they'll forget it, but I would like to see more focus on the ghost hunters because I actually really like the scenes with them because I think they're very real. Like how they act, how the little bit of comedy they bring in adds a little bit more realism. It lets me get into the world a little bit more.
Smooths you in.
Which is like that. I like this movie.
I'm asking a question. Did you guys enjoy anyone specifically, or?
I really love Patrick Wilson.
I'm
I thought he did
growing
an
on Patrick
amazing.
Wilson, yeah.
I thought he
I'm
did
really
an
liking
amazing
him.
job. He did a great job.
He was actually really good
He's
in
looking,
acting.
he's looking all old and weary too. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a little creepy.
You know, he's doing like 2 parts for like that one person. It was just
Yeah, it's
amazing.
hard to do that.
He did a great job. I give him 10 out of 10. Great acting.
Well,
He did that good. He did that good.
We're at 5, so you're jumping the radar.
That's for ratings.
All right, well, that's everything.
So speaking of ratings, let's just start with Steve this time. What's your rating? Any final thoughts on it?
I give this 2.8 out of 5. I think it's, if you're a fan of the first one, I think you'll enjoy this, but it wasn't there. I don't know. I was expecting much more. I was a little bit let down.
I got to disagree.
Oh, surprise
I'm
that.
giving it, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, it's a shocker.
I recommend to all the horror fans who wants to watch this movie, go see it.
Don't do it.
Don't disagree. Don't listen to the critics. It was a good movie.
No, this movie you have to listen to.
I'm going to have to give it a 2.8, just like Steve. I feel like the acting was very good. The scares didn't really exist that much. And like Steve said, they relied too much on the plot. And when you have a plot that gets this muddled at times, you really can't focus on that. So like I said, 2.8, 2.8, and 4. Steve, Tim is giving you a dirty look. Or me, or someone.
At least he agreed with me, right? Right, Tim?
4 to 5 stars.
Give me a high five. Come on.
He's fired.
You already was
And that's our ending.
Hashtag Julian sucks.
No, I'm kidding.